What's going on, everybody? Brad with influencerparenting.com. Welcome to another vlog style video. Oh, camera's over here. I got to see that on my phone. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Our videos normally are not like this, but here we are. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. We'll help you become the strongest influence in the life of your child, because the strongest influence in the life of your child wins. I'm actually on my way to get my favorite drink in the whole entire free world, something that I do every day, and that is McDonald's unsweet iced tea. It is my guilty pleasure. I don't know why. I don't like to drink pop, that's the issue. I don't like to drink soda. And anyways, I want to tell you why parenting is really easy and how it can be easy for you. And for those of you that don't know, whether you've been watching this channel for a while or whether this is your first video. So we essentially have three things that we do. We get baby sleeping through the night, we fix toddler behavior, and then we do overall general parenting. And I want to tell you a toddler / parenting metaphor in the form of what happens in our baby sleep program. So we get moms that just can't get their babies sleeping through the night and all this kind of stuff. And 99% of the time, which is this is why parenting is easy. 99% of the time, whether it's getting a baby sleeping through the night or whether it's an issue with your child, okay, the reality is that it's not actually the issue at hand. The issue is not the issue. Let me say it like that. The issue that you think it is actually not the issue at hand. So one of the things that we're good at is helping you see and understand what actually the issue is, okay? That's the goal of how we help parents fix their issues. So baby sleep, right? So moms are like, I can't get my baby sleeping through the night. I need a large unsweet iced tea, that's all.
107 first window, thank you.
They're like, I can't get my baby sleeping through the night. Like, he constantly ends up in our bed, or, you know, he just keeps playing with the toys in the crib, or, you know, whatever the excuse is. And what we really help parents see and understand is that, well, who gets their child out of bed and lets them go in their bed and stay there, right? Well, we do. Well, oh, your child stays up and reads books all night in their crib and you don't want them to? Well, how do the books get in the crib? Right, and we go through these sequences of events to where we find out that this is really parent training. Okay, this is really parent training. So my wife, Greta, and I, we have 7 kids, soon to be 8. And anytime we feel like our parenting is broken down or not working or we're in a lull, which happens regularly. Sidebar, we don't have perfect kids, okay? We just try really, really hard and try to be as consistent as possible. But when we go through those periods of times where it's like, man, the kids are just out of control, nothing's working, what is going on? We can look to a time and a place to where it constantly involves our inconsistencies or our enabling. So the problem is not that our children go through these big mood swings, these up and downs of where our children are just, some days they're just crazy and some days they're not. Although there's a little bit of that, right? The issue is what the big swings are is our consistency in our parenting, or how hard we're trying. You know, we'll go through periods of, yeah, man, we're just trying really hard and doing all the right stuff. And then it's battleships down and all those sorts of things. And the more that you can flatten the curve, let's say, using the new fun modern lingo, right? With what your effort is and what your rules and what your consistency is, that is the thing that's going to lower the volatility of the situation. So again, so many people come to us, they're like, you don't understand, our toddler is just out of control and all this kind of stuff. And the reality is their toddler's not really out of control. And their toddler's life fluctuates maybe a little bit like this, but it's the parent's approach, it's the parent's consistency that is a big difference. So look, it's like this. I say this all the time, but it's so true. Like, we as humans, we're not very consistent. We need help doing things. Like, I haven't been to the gym in months, but I don't lack the knowledge. I lack the support to actually get there and do it, right? That's why we always compare ourselves to like, hey, we're like the personal trainer at the gym. So think on your parenting. Think on the times to where things have been out of control. And what you're going to find is it's not traditionally a parent issue. There you go. Or a child issue. It is a consistent parenting issue. So how do we solve this problem? How do we solve the consistency problem in our marriage? Well, the reason that you may be inconsistent is because, thank you, is because you may be using tools that don't work. Okay, and when you have tools that don't work, it doesn't give you a lot of extra motivation to go try the same thing over and over again and bang your head against a wall and have it work. Like part of your inconsistency is that you know it's not going to work, so why even bother to do it? So we have to fix our tools, make sure that we have the right tools, and that involves, again, sitting down with your spouse in a time of non-conflict, talking what works, talking about what works, talking about what's not working, brainstorming ideas, coming up with, hey, making sure that our consequences are deterrents, which I have an amazing video, making sure that your consequences are deterrents. So you should watch that video for sure. And talking about what you're going to do and the approach that you're going to have. So that, unsweet? Thank you so much. There it is. So that when you are consistent, or when you actually do it, it's going to fuel the confidence that you have that next time that you act, it's actually going to work, which then increases your consistency, right? So if you do that, that's the first step in increasing consistency. And then the second step, obviously, is having someone there to help you be consistent, and make sure that you are properly applying the tools. So look, if you're trying to figure out, excuse me, gotta get that unsweet tea. I have a friend that lives in Georgia, by the way. Hey Luke, what's going on? That he just thinks this is just brown water, which maybe it is, but I love brown water apparently. You have to look. You have to look at your parenting and go, hey, either my tools are broken or my consistency's broken. And you guys, you cannot stay in that place. You're the one making parenting hard. Your children are not the one making parenting hard. And when you can understand that, when you can understand that you're 80 to 90% of the issue, you're actually easier to fix than your children. And you can be consistent and you can have the tools. And look, if you continue to do what you've always done, you're going to continue to get what you've always got. So don't run around and try to do the same thing over and over again. You have to get the right tools, and then you have to get the support to actually make change so that you can do your job. Again, your efforts go like this, and that's why your home or your children seem to go like this. It's not your children. You're not over here just steady Eddie and your children are all over. That's not the reality of your situation 99.9% of the time. So when you do that, that takes care of 80% of the battle. And that makes parenting easy. When you're rested and you're on the same page as your spouse and you know what you're going to do and you can be consistent, your children become very, very easy to manage. And then when that happens, that's how you take it to the next level of becoming an influencer, right? Because you're not all stressed out. You're not at level 10. You're not like way up here, frustrated, and you can actually take time to emotionally go into a place, enter into your child's world on their level, and affect their lives. Look, this isn't child management. This isn't just, like a boss goes to work and manages the employees to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do. That's not the definition of parenting, right? So we want to get to the point, get all that out of the way so we can actually go and invest in our children. So there's my unsweet tea rant for the day. And hey, thank you for watching this whole video. It really means a lot to us. Really helps the YouTube algorithm. really helps us get the word out there and affect more parents' lives. And listen, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe, because we want you to see these videos. And if you're not a subscriber to our influencer parenting program, you need to go click in the link in the description. Like, literally for pennies a day, we will literally transform your life. So if you're serious enough to watch this video, you need to be serious enough to work directly with us and let us radically change your life, something we should charge thousands of dollars for. You can literally get access to us for pennies a day, and I would highly recommend that you do that as well. So let me know if you like this vlog style video as well, and we'll see you on the next one.